teenager who shot 2 people at Noblesville West Middle School is scheduled to appear in court later this afternoon. Not only will they offer you $5,000 to help you move here, but you'll also get a 1-year membership to the YMCA and gift cards to the farmers market. Also, passes for performances at the Tree County Players and much more. We do have some breaking traffic news out there. We're going to take you out live to the south side here where we did have some good news. Westbound traffic along the I-465 between I-65 and I-70 has reopened today, but that good news has been hampered by reports of a deadly crash out there. But you know, hey, let's go. I got the hands.
Let's go. See, he can wear his backwards.
Yeah. All right, hey. Pretty good. Hey, we're looking over I-465 right now, North Michigan Road. Looking pretty good out there, don't you think, Blue? Yeah, not too bad. We do have some construction that's going to kick off there. A busy start of the holiday weekend, to say the least, for IMPD. They've got their hands full, and they are still actively investigating the scene inside the Castleton Square Mall. Switching gears now, getting outside. It is a steamy one out there, Kristen. We stepped out for just a minute.
Yeah.
And wow, you got to unbutton the jacket, get a little air in there.
Right, you'll start sweating pretty quick.
Kelsey, congratulations. Would you have ever imagined that you would be able to experience this moment with all your friends and family in front of the whole world to see?
No.
A tragic day for Indiana law enforcement as Johnson County Deputy Timothy Geyer passed away yesterday morning from a medical issue. The town of Speedway is currently split in two, north and south. The town helps. The location of the 1300 block development behind us will help unite the racing capital of the world by bringing more business.
It's going to be nasty.
And if you're coming from the north heading south into the city from, let's say, Lebanon area, you're going to need to completely find a different detour option. We have those options here for you. I'm going to outline those in just a second. But first, take a look here. We have a good visual overhead of where this crash is. Again, southbound lanes of I-65, all of them are shut down and will be for the next 4 hours.
Morning.
Krista, are you sure? Can we bring Krista back for just a second? Are you sure that there's not going to be any rain out there tonight? You know who's going to be in town, right?
Oh, yes, Luke Bryan.
No rain? Right? You know what he says.
Rain.
Rain makes corn, corn makes whiskey, whiskey makes my baby.
I'm not going to finish that.
Oh, okay. All right. Hey, well, no rain for Luke Bryan tonight. 5 firefighters injured in this fire. One of them is in serious condition. Neighbors along East 10th Street are concerned a traffic project designed to control speeding is only making it worse. CBS4 told you about that new project that added 200 barriers just like these along East 10th Street in the Community Heights neighborhood. The physical cards themselves won't be hidden, but QR codes just like this will be. 20 of them every day. You'll find them, scan them with your phone, and if you're the first, you win. I'll be hiding the code for this holographic Charizard tomorrow. Well, a study done by the Indiana Finance Authority found the area doesn't have access to enough groundwater sources. The problem is focused on Cicero's east side. Well, we're joined by Krista McEnany and Amber Hardwick. My brain just farted. I'm still getting back in the swing of things this Monday morning. I'm like halfway through this cup of coffee, so just give me like a couple more minutes and I'll be
And then it's
right
going to
there.
be in there.
Yeah, we'll be ready to go.
I've already had my first cup and I could use a second.
And I haven't
That's
had
good.
any, and I really need to get started on that
Yes.
caffeine. So we're all at different levels this morning.
You can still see that IMPD is actively investigating this scene, which happened just earlier this evening around 6:30. They're calling it tragic tonight. On the outside, the Bloomington Fire Department looks unaffected by the rushing water, which took over only a few days ago. But on the inside, the effects of the rising water and the damage it left behind are still all too apparent. There might be nothing quite as synonymous with Indiana as the month of May, racing, and of course, the Indy 500. I mean, check out our state quarter here. We've got that beautiful Indy car there. Kind of like how Santa Claus is the boss, the big man up north. We are joined by Maria Murphy. She is the CEO and Chris Crino Market Master. Thank you so much for joining us out here. Let's go for a little skate.
All right.
With the summer-like temperatures likely here to stay, plenty of Hoosiers just like me will be heading out on the water this weekend for a safe way to beat the heat.
You got to build trust and have communication. Some say you can't be sad while cycling.
I want everybody to have a smile on their face, not a frown like, sometimes I have to see.
IMPD Patrol Officer Roman Williams Irvin has seen his fair share of frowns, especially in the Near East Side neighborhood where 11 of the city's 114 homicides this year have taken place.
We selected this particular area for this community bike ride because it is considered one of our hot spots and hot zones. And we wanted to bring the community out together.
And what better way to do that than with hot dogs, handlebars, and happiness?
We want to be that positive influence in the neighborhood.
Taku Mengoro lives on the east side.
I'm here to do my part.
He's here to help push this community forward through communication.
It's one thing to talk about wanting to improve the neighborhood. I want to be out there.
Right. Not out riding, but out encouraging. Travis Walker hopes these rides can continue.
To me, that's really a blessing because you really don't see it, especially not in these type of neighborhoods.
Because this neighborhood is home for many, and everyone deserves to be safe.
I live in the inner city. I love the neighborhoods. So it's for me, it's personal. To give back to the city, and every day I put this uniform on, I'm giving back to the city. I'm not just volunteering, I've given my life to this community.
Justin, you spoke with police, so what else have you learned about this investigation?
Yeah, Dan and Bierschel, as you can see by the lights still flashing behind me across the street from where those shots rang out earlier today, the status of this investigation is still ongoing. We spoke with friends and co-workers of Greg Ferenczi who say that his presence here at the Terre Haute Police Department will greatly be missed. We just received an official statement from the FBI about 30 minutes ago, and they are leading the investigation, of course, on this one after one of their own and a 30-year member of the Terre Haute Police Department, Greg Ferenczi, was killed in the line of duty earlier today.
It's a time for all of us to pause and reflect.
All lights, no sound. Sometimes there's just nothing left to say.
It's a sad day for this community and for the Terre Haute Police Department.
Dozens stopped what they were doing to honor the fallen officer this evening as he passed his police station one final time.
Seeing all these people out here, that was support that we need.
At 2:15 this afternoon, Greg Ferenczi was ambushed and fatally shot at the FBI Indianapolis resident agency in Terre Haute, a community he served for 3 decades.
It's very difficult. It was somebody that we see every day.
Edward Tompkins worked alongside Greg for nearly all of them. He paid his respects tonight in silence.
Together for 29 years, on the job and off-duty jobs, and got to know him real well.
As brothers behind the badge, Tompkins knows the sacrifice put on display today is just part of the job.
Every time we come out and do this job, we know the chances of this happening is possible.
It doesn't make saying goodbye any easier.
We owe Greg a debt of gratitude that likely will never be able to be repaid.
Gratitude, respect, sacrifice, a commitment to community.
Although the world for these officers has come to a standstill, the needs of the community go on.
Now, there is still much we don't know yet tonight, guys, but we are continuing to learn more. We do know that the suspect was shot by another FBI agent in pursuit after Greg was shot. He is receiving treatment at a nearby hospital. We're told that the police chief of the Terre Haute Police Department, along with the FBI, will have that joint press conference some point tomorrow where we expect to learn a lot more information, of course, tomorrow. But our hearts tonight go out to Greg Ferenczi's family. We are reporting live in Terre Haute this evening. I'm Justin Kollar, Fox 59 News.
The checkout can be a scary place, especially when you're trying to save a buck.
It's clear the need is there and people are struggling.
When your dollar doesn't stretch quite as far as it used to, Kroger's Eric Halverson recommends giving some of his store brand products a try.
When people are looking at the price, I think, especially these days, that becomes a deciding factor.
More often than not, Kroger and other large grocery store chains like it will place their store product right next to the larger, more recognizable competition product. Take, for example, the Kroger Raisin brand. It's literally situated right next to the Kellogg's Raisin brand, except this one is a fraction of the price.
It's called reference pricing, is the term that we use in marketing. And so this is your reference. that tells you that's a good deal. And the only way you know it is because that's sitting there.
John Talbot, director of the Center for Education and Research in Retail at the Kelley School of Business, says stores like Kroger can ride the coattails of their competition, cutting costs by sidestepping advertising without cutting taste.
They spend a lot of time and effort carefully comparing the taste of their products to those that they're trying to sell against. And they work hard to make them have really the same flavor.
They may look the same, but how do they?
That one tastes.
We tested 3 groups of FFA students and their parents from across the country to see.
I think the jelly on this one tastes better.
I like my peanut butter thick.
Oh, this is definitely the store brand.
How do you know that?
Well, the bread's like it dents more.
You didn't even try that one yet.
I know, but I feel like I know.
What do you think?
Pretty good. It's a normal peanut butter and jelly sandwich, I think.
But no matter how many PBJs they ate,
This is Jif.
I gotta tell you, I'm having a hard time really telling the difference.
no one could tell for sure.
It would be just a guess. I don't
Okay.
know.
And as for the chips,
They're looking a lot more cheddary, like they got a lot more goods on them.
Too much flavoring.
How's that chip?
Salty.
Salty. This one on this side's more crunchier.
crunchy or salty,
How certain are you?
I'm not.
no one could tell.
I'm gonna switch my vote and say this one's name
You think
brand.
that one's the name brand? That one's from the store?
Yeah,
Okay. How certain are you of that?
like 10%.
And after testing 17 people,
I would guess in most cases, people really probably can't really tell the difference.
The reveal is no one was right.
which Talbot says isn't surprising.
Yeah, it just goes to show you that, we may perceive that we have that expertise around palate, but context matters, packaging matters, and all of that could change how you perceive the taste of something.
Yeah.
So the next time you go shopping, remember,
Quality's the same, the flavor is the same, or we would say even better than some of the national competitors.
Well, all I can say is this store ain't big enough for the two of us. Hey, we posted the receipts and the price differences. You can take a look for yourself right now on CBS4Indy.com.